Nation, welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I am Jonathan Kerman with you on the call here, live from Colusa Casino Stadium in Marysville, California. Game one of a two-game series between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. The Rogues come into this one at 25-11. The Yuba City Bears coming in at 10-25. The record's almost identically swapped. The starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues, straight out of Medford, Oregon, number 12, Dylan Pierce. Pierce, the 5'10 righty, weighing in at 170, will attend Oregon State University. He is 2-0 on the year. This will be his 7th start for the Rogues this season. He has 31 strikeouts and 33 1/3 innings pitched and sports a shiny 2.7 ERA. Opposing him, the starting pitcher for the Yuba City Bears. From Sacramento, California, number 19, Danny Chavez. Chavez, the right-hander, an even 6 foot, 175, attends Sacramento City College in his spare time. He will be making his 5th start of the year. He is 2-1. Has a 2.32 ERA in 31 innings pitched. Should be a fun one here on a beautiful Sunday fun day here in Marysville, California. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. Just one name that soon will come off the pregame injury report. Jordan Regan. Jordan Regan is dressed tonight. He plans on stretching out that left elbow that has been bothering him for a few weeks now in the bullpen tonight. Not sure if we'll see some action from Jordan Regan in play, but it's encouraging to see him dressed and throwing in the bullpen. I actually caught up with Jordan Regan. We'll have the interview for you guys right after the break, and in just a few more minutes, the first pitch here at Colusa Casino Stadium, Game 1 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. When we come back, my conversation with Jordan Regan. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm here with Rogues starting pitcher Jordan Regan. Jordan, you made the trip with the team. Obviously, your elbow is feeling better. You've been out for a few weeks now. How's that rehab been going for you?
It's been going really good. I've just been seeing Steve Zirkle for physical therapy whenever I can, and I just been resting it for the most part.
What has that physical training looked like? How's that rehab process gone for you?
It's going really good. It's just a bunch of like arm workouts, not even heavy weight, like 3-4 pounds. And it's hard, but it's good for your arm. So might keep doing it now that I'm healthy.
Has the coaching staff told you when you're going to pitch next?
Not yet. I actually came on this 2-day road trip because I needed to throw a bullpen. So I'm gonna throw a bullpen in here, and then we'll get that figured out after however my bullpen goes, how I feel.
How do you help the team when you can't be out on the field? I mean, you're still in the dugout, so how do you try to contribute?
I try to give my energy in the dugout, loud, and like last night, Flynn was doing the radio thing, so I did his pitching chart, and I just try to do what I can. Like tonight I'll be the bullpen guy, so just helping out where I can, you know.
All right, thanks so much, Jordan.
Yep.
When we come back, first pitch from Colusa Casino Stadium.
It's time for Medford Rogues baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues baseball. Calling all the action tonight, here's Jonathan Kerman.
Welcome, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Clay Valenzuela-Reese leading things off for the Rogues. He hits that one well down the right field line. That ball is going to be just foul. Clay Valenzuela-Reese will return back to the batter's box. Early start here on a beautiful Sunday fun day at Marysville, California, Colusa Casino Stadium. Game 1 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Leading things off is Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting second for your Rogues, Dante Gutierrez. Batting third, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Excuse me, Jake Helwig. Batting fourth, the DH, Alex Isola. Batting fifth, Johnny De La Cruz in left. Batting sixth, the catcher, Eric Yang. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Conor Lowry. Batting eighth, Josh Berman, playing third base. And batting ninth is Josh Berman. That ball is hit through the left side of the field, by Clay Valenzuela-Reese for a hit. And that extends his hitting streak to 14 games. So Clay Valenzuela-Reese swinging a red-hot bat right now. He gets things started for the Rogues here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Dante Gutierrez, El Tortuga, as he's called in the Rogues dugout. Dante Gutierrez, the left-handed batter from San Diego. Plays for the University of San Diego, resident of Chula Vista, California. 5'10", 195. Lefty batter waits on the first pitch. That one gets by the catcher, Logan Worm. Valenzuela-Reese running on the play. The throw is in time to get him. So Logan Worm, the catcher for the Yuba City Bears, throws out Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Valenzuela-Reese trying to steal second on the near wild pitch thrown by Danny Chavez, the pitcher for the Yuba City Bears. So one out, nobody on for the Rogues in the top of the first. That pitch catches the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 to Dante Gutierrez. That one swung on and missed. Strike two. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dante Gutierrez. Waiting on deck, the right fielder, Jake Helwig. The battery for the Yuba City Bears, catching Danny Chavez, the right-hander for the Bears tonight, is Logan Worm. Here's the 1-2 to Gutierrez. That one's outside. At third base for the Bears, Josh Winkler. At short, Shaq Robinson. At second, Kalen Cristosto. At first, Michael Legier. In the outfield, left field, Steven Robinson, center, Creed Smith, and right, TJ Dove. Next pitch, grounded foul softly off the third base side. So the count is 2-2 to Dante Gutierrez, the number 2 hitter for the Rogues, with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Here is the 2-2 pitch to Gutierrez. That one's outside, so the count now runs full to Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez batting .255 on the year. 26 hits, 14 runs in 32 games. That pitch is outside for ball 4. So Gutierrez earns himself a walk. Another runner on first for the Rogues here in the top of the first inning.
Right fielder, Hellwig.
That'll bring up Jake Helwig. Hellwig batting a clean .315, 40 hits, 28 runs, 18 RBIs, and 5 doubles in 34 games so far for the Rogues. One of the regulars, one of the staples in this Rogues lineup. Dante Gutierrez is going on the pitch. It's fouled back. 0-1 the count. Probably a little bit of hit and run put on by Jeff Lyle and the Rogues. Dante Gutierrez, not the fastest guy on the team. He didn't earn the nickname El Tortuga, which is the turtle in Spanish, for nothing. Gutierrez at first, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. No score. Jake Helwig waits on the 0-1. That one catches the outside part of the plate. Helwig quickly in the hole, 0-2. Next pitch is outside and low. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Dante Gutierrez at first. Waiting on deck, Alex Isola, the designated hitter for the Rogues today. Pitch from Chavez is low and outside again. Evens the count, 2-2. Rogues coming into this one 25-11. Yuba City Bears 10-25. Rogues have just a 1.5 game over the Lincoln Potters for first place of the Great West League. That pitch swung on and missed by Jake Helwig, and he is down on strikes. That'll bring up Alex Isola.
Now hitting from Medford, the DH, Isola.
Alex Isola has hit in 23 of his last 29 games. Looking to boost that number here. Takes a first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Thank you all so much for joining us here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. A great day for Medford Rogues baseball. The 0-1 pitch, strike at the knees. So Danny Chavez being very aggressive to these Rogues hitters. Dante Gutierrez at first, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, no score. Here's the 0-2 to Isola. That one swung on, fouled back. We'll do this again. Alex Isola batting .336 on the year, 40 hits, 28 runs, 18 RBIs, 17 walks. 16 walks, excuse me, in 29 games. That one fouled back and out of play. We'll do this again.
That foul ball is by John.
So Alex Isola battling here in the top of the first inning. Dante Gutierrez at first, 2 outs. No score so far in this one. Rogues wearing their away grays, the Bears in their home whites with purple socks, purple hat, and turquoise lettering. Next pitch off speed, just high. So the count is now 2-1 to Alex Isola. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Dante Gutierrez at first here in the top of the first inning. Chavez comes home. That one swung on, hit foul into the Bears dugout. So a long at-bat for Alex Isola, staying alive, battling with 2 strikes on him, just fouling pitch after pitch, looking for one that he can hit.
Tonight's Bat Boys sponsored by 93Q, the official radio station of the Yuba City Bears. 93Q.
So we'll do this again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on first for Alex Isola. Here's the pitch. That one hit well to right center field. Coming over and making the catch is the center fielder, Creed Smith, for the final out of the inning. So the Rogues leave one on 1 hit, 1 walk. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank our friends at Avista. Serving Medford since 1906, Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are as committed as ever to helping the communities that they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com today.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. Game 1 between the Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears from Colusa Casino Stadium. On the mound for your Medford Rogues from Medford, Oregon, number 12, Dylan Pierce. Pierce in the midst of yet another fantastic season for the Rogues. Making his 7th start, he is 2-0, 31 strikeouts and 33 and a third innings pitched, sporting a 2.7 ERA. First pitch swinging by the leadoff batter, Creed Smith. It's a short one to Valenzuela-Reese at short. The throw is not going to be in time. A tough hop for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. It was a high chopping ball, and it looked like it may have hit the intercept point where the grass meets the infield dirt, because that ball took a very funny hop. Valenzuela-Reese did a great job sticking with it. However, it goes as a infield single for Creed Smith. The battery for the Medford Rogues, Eric Yang behind the plate catching Dylan Pierce. At third, Josh Berman. At short, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At second, Jaden Hanna. First pitch to Shaq Robinson, the shortstop of the Bears, is outside, ball 1. So Jaden Hanna back at second base, Dante Gutierrez at first. In the outfield, the normal battery of De La Cruz in left, Conor Lowry in center, and Jake Helwig in right. Shaq Robinson, shortstop for the Yuba City Bears, looks at a 0-1 pitch. That one's outside. 2 balls and no strikes, no out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Creed Smith, legged out an infield single, is at first. Nothing has happened to Brian. He is perfectly fine. The 2-0 catches the inside part of the plate. 2-1 to Shaq Robinson. I believe an announcement about Brian will be made very shortly. But for now, you'll have to deal with me, Jonathan Kerman, on the call. Here's the 2-1. That one's hit well down the left field line, just foul. So the count's even 2-2. Shaq Robinson playing in just his 14th game for the Yuba City Bears, sporting a .357 batting average, has 5 stolen bases, 3 home runs, 20 hits, 16 runs batted in just 13 games. So a huge talent for the Yuba City Bears that the Rogues haven't seen yet. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Creed Smith at first, no score. Here's the pitch from Pierce, off speed, misses inside. Count runs full, 3-2. Dylan Pierce looks over at first. Creed Smith takes his lead. Dante Gutierrez holding him on. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one fouled off the third base side. The lineup for the Yuba City Bears, Creed Smith led things off with a single here in the top of the first. At the plate, Shaq Robinson. Batting third, Josh Winkler. Batting fourth, TJ Dove. Batting fifth, Kalen Crisosto. Batting sixth, Logan Worm, the catcher. Batting seventh, Steven Robinson in left. Batting eighth, playing first base, Michael Legier. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Colin Lawrence. The 3-2 misses low and outside. So a walk issued by Dylan Pierce will put runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Jaden Hanna going to go out and have a conversation with the righty from Medford, Oregon. That'll bring up Josh Winkler from Folsom, California, plays for Folsom Lake College. Right-handed batter, standing in 6'2", 180. hitting .344 on the year. This will be his 36th game for the Bears. And if my math serves me well, that means that Winkler's played in every game this season. First pitch to Winkler, off speed, in there nicely for a strike. A great pitch by Dylan Pierce. 0-1 the count to Josh Winkler. Caleb Smith at second, Shaq Robinson at first. Here's the 0-1. Dylan Pierce looks back, now comes home. That one hit up the middle. Jaden Hanna will step on the second, base bag for one, over to Gutierrez in time for two. About as easy a double play as you could draw up for Dylan Pierce. Creed Smith does advance to third base on the play, but there are now 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. The 4-3 double play induced by Dylan Pierce. Now he's just one pitch from getting out of this inning. TJ Dove, the right fielder, steps in for the Bears. The right-handed batter looks at a curveball that misses outside. 1-0 the count. That one's low. So 2 balls and no strikes to TJ Dove. Creed Smith takes his lead at third base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Here's the 2-0 from Pierce. That one, fastball, catches the outside part of the plate. Great location from Pierce. 2-1 now the count. Next pitch swung on and missed. So the count is now even 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner on third, that's Creed Smith, who led the game off with a single for the Bears. Here's the 2-2 from Dylan Pierce. That one's low. Runs the count full, 3-2. Next pitch, catches the inside part of the plate, strike 3. TJ Dove hangs his head as he walks back to the dugout. A terrific pitch by Dylan Pierce. He gets out of the jam thanks to the double play by Jaden Hanna over there at second base. Just stepped on the bag and over to first to Dante Gutierrez. So the double play and the strikeout for Dylan Pierce ends things for the Bears in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second. No score here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the second inning. No score here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Game 1 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Stepping into the batter's box for the Medford Rogues, the left fielder, Johnny De La Cruz. Looked at a first pitch ball. The next pitch swung on, hit well to left field. That is going to be a base hit for Johnny De La Cruz, right at the left fielder, TJ Dove. Right field, excuse me. That ball was hit to right field. Line drive single for Johnny De La Cruz. That seems to be his wheelhouse, those solid singles, those line drives. Leadoff man on for the Rogues here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the catcher, Eric Yang. First pitch to Eric Yang is outside, ball one. Eric Yang from West Hills, California, plays for the University of Santa Barbara in his free time. Doug, I'm glad to be here. It really is a dream. Next pitch to Eric Yang outside, 2-0 the count. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning, no score. Johnny De La Cruz, the leadoff man for the Rogues in the inning, aboard at first base. Next one catches the outside lower corner of the plate. 2-1 to the catcher, Eric Yang. Danny Chavez comes home. That one, check swing, looks like it hit the bat. So it goes as a strike to Eric Yang. 2-2 the count now. Not a close check swing by Eric Yang. He barely brought the bat around, but the ball just happened to hit the bat and fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Johnny De La Cruz at first here in the top of the second inning. The pitch from Danny Chavez is low. Runs the count full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Johnny De La Cruz runs on the pitch. That ball is fouled back. So De La Cruz will head back to first base. Eric Yang take a couple practice swings out of the box. Now steps back in. Ready to do this again. Full count to Eric Yang. Johnny De La Cruz at first. No score here in the top of the second. Danny Chavez fires over to first. De La Cruz back standing. We'll do this again. Full count to Eric Yang. De La Cruz takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That one just outside. I think a little bit low as well. It's a walk. And the Rogues now have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And that'll bring up Conor Lowry. Lowry, a mainstay in center field for your Rogues. Lowry, a product of just a string of some terrible luck. The .240 batting average does not reflect how well he's hitting the ball right now. Just happens to find the midst of the opposing team whenever he laces one. Here's the first pitch to Conor Lowry, a big looping curveball by Danny Chavez. It misses high. Ball one. Johnny De La Cruz at second. Eric Yang at first. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Rogues trying to score first, trying to break the stalemate. Chavez looks back at second. De La Cruz dancing out there. Comes home. That ball hit sharply just foul off the third base side. And that's the kind of stuff that I've been talking about. That ball was maybe an inch and a half from being fair and easily a double down the line. But it goes as a strike to Conor Lowry. Here's the pitch. Running on the play is De La Cruz. The throw is going to be not in time. Over to second is Eric Yang. The throw gets by the second baseman. Coming home to score is Johnny De La Cruz. Eric Yang will head over to third. So the aggressive base running by the Rogues pays off. Looked like a delayed steal by Johnny De La Cruz from second. He steals third. The throw to the third baseman, Josh Winkler, was high. And then on the throw to third base, Eric Yang took off to second. Winkler fired it over to second. It was over the head of Kalen Cristosto, and so that scored Johnny De La Cruz. The Rogues are on top first, and now Conor Lowry pokes one through the right side of the field. He gets a hit. Eric Yang comes home, and just like that, the Rogues are on top 2-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. A lot happening in not a lot of time. Right now, it's their unearned runs. to Danny Chavez because of the throwing error by Josh Winkler that allowed De La Cruz to score and Eric Yang to advance from second to third. However, the runs count. Conor Lowry with the 2 RBI single. Still nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Lowry at first, Josh Berman playing third base tonight at the plate. First pitch to Berman, fastball at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. And Doug, I have to agree, it seems like every game for the past week and a half, the Rogues have been playing from behind. They finally strike first. Next pitch, swung on, fouled back. So Berman in a quick hole, 0-2. Conor Lowry at first, 0-2 the count to Josh Berman. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit well to right field. That is going to be right at the right fielder, TJ Dove. Dove was frozen for about a half a second, then took a couple steps back and had to jump in the air. Not a super athletic play, but certainly not a routine pop fly. Josh Berman laced that one. Again, just happened to fall right into the outfielder's glove. So that's the first out of the second inning. That'll bring up Big Jaden. Jaden Hanna making his return for the Medford Rogues, had a couple days off. Jaden Hanna from Portland, Oregon, attending Lane Community College in his spare time. First pitch to Jaden Hanna. Conor Lowry takes off for second, and that is going to be called out. Conor Lowry didn't even make a slide attempt there, just ran through the base. I guess he knew that he was out dead to right. So Logan Worm throws out another Rogues runner. So the base is now clear, 2 outs to Jaden Hanna. That ball hit well to center field. Coming on, it's going to fall. A looping foul fly ball, rather, by Jaden Hanna falls into center field in front of Creed Smith. Jaden Hanna is aboard in his first at-bat in a couple games. Hits the single. So that'll turn the lineup over. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who led the game off with a single for Rogues, was caught stealing by the catcher Logan Worm. Two outs, top of the second. And that ball is hit well, and that is going to fall into right field for a base hit. So Clay Valenzuela-Reese is 2 for 2 on the day. Runners at second and first. Rogues aren't done here in the second. 2 already across. Johnny De La Cruz led this inning off with a single. He advanced to second on a Eric Yang walk. De La Cruz stole third. And then Eric Yang took off to second on the throw to third by the catcher Logan Worm. As Eric Yang slid into second, Josh Winkler, the third baseman for the Bears, threw over to the second baseman, Colin Cristosto. And when I say threw over, I mean threw over Colin Cristosto. Ball sailed in center field. De La Cruz came home. Yang advanced to third, and then Conor Lowry singled him home. First pitch to Dante Gutierrez. Fouled back. 0-1 the count. So those are the 2 runs of the day for the Rogues. They lead 2-0 here in the top of the second. Runners at second and first for Dante Gutierrez with 2 outs in the inning. The lefty Gutierrez from Chula Vista, California, waits on the 0-1. Danny Chavez looks back at second. Hanna takes his lead. Off-speed pitch, misses outside. Evens the count, 1-1. One in the count to Dante Gutierrez here in the top of the second inning. Runners on second and first. Jaden Hanna dancing out there at second. Next one, a fastball misses outside. So 2-1 now to El Tortuga. Big Jaden Hanna out there at second. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. Valenzuela-Reese in the midst of a 14-game hitting streak, has 2 already today. Next pitch misses outside, another off-speed pitch. So 3-1 now to Dante Gutierrez. Top of the second inning. Runners on first and second for the Rogues, 2 already across. They lead 2-0. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. 3-2 now to Dante Gutierrez. Waiting on deck, the left-handed hitting Jake Helwig. The runners take their lead. They're going to run on the pitch. Here they go. That ball is outside for ball 4. The bases are now loaded for the Rogues here in the top of the second inning. Jake Helwig stepping up to the plate. Jake Helwig plays for Bethune-Cookman in his spare time. Out of Daytona Beach, Florida, 6'2", 215, left-handed batter. That ball hit to the third baseman, Winkler. Winkler will look at second, now come to first in time to get Jake Helwig. So the Rogues strand 3. However, 2 do come across for the Rogues in the top of the second inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Rogues on top 2-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Nation to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the second inning, Rogues on top 2-0 over the Yuba City Bears. That ball fouled back by the second baseman, Kalen Crisosto. He's quickly behind 0-2. Pitch from Dylan Pierce, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout for Dylan Pierce to start the bottom of the second inning. His second of the day. That'll bring up the catcher, Logan Worm. Logan Worm thrown out 2 Rogues runners already today. Clay Valenzuela-Reese in the first. Conor Lowry in the second. First pitch swinging and missing is Logan Worm. Couldn't catch up to that fastball by Dylan Pierce. He's behind 0-1. 1 out, nobody on for the Potters here in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. The windup and the pitch from Pierce. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. Quickly 0-2. Pierce ahead of Logan Worm. Pierce gets the sign from Eric Yang. Wind up. That one just missing. First ball of the inning for Dylan Pierce after throwing 5 straight strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the catcher, Logan Worm, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. That one bounced in the dirt. So the count is now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Funky inning in the top of the second. Johnny De La Cruz and Eric Yang at second and first. De La Cruz rather, tried to steal third. Here's the 2-2. That one fouled back. We'll do this again. De La Cruz stole third, and then on the throw to third by the catcher Logan Worm, Eric Yang, who was at first, tried to steal second. Josh Winkler, the third baseman for the Bears, threw over the head of Kalen Crisosto, the second baseman for the Bears. That ball went into center field and allowed De La Cruz to score. Next pitch is just low, so the count now runs full, 3-2 to Logan Worm. On the errant throw by Josh Winkler, Eric Yang advanced to third, and then Conor Lowry poked a single through the right side of the infield. Swung on and missed, strike 3 by Dylan Pierce, the second strikeout of the inning, third of the day. Yang was brought home by the RBI single, just a poked ball through the right side of the field by Conor Lowry. That's the ball game so far. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Dylan Pierce. That'll bring up Steve Robinson, the left fielder. Steve Robinson batting .255. First one is in there for a strike, 0-1. Dylan Pierce is dealing right now. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning, no one on. Here's the 0-1. That one misses low. So 1-1 the count to Steve Robinson, the left-handed hitting left fielder for the Yuba City Bears. That one hit through the left side of the field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Steve Robinson. I'm sorry if I jinxed Dylan Pierce there, calling out how great he was pitching. It's a softly hit single to left field. De La Cruz there to throw the ball back into the infield. That'll bring up Michael Legier. Legier, the first baseman for the Yuba City Bears. The throw is over to first base, back in time is Steve Robinson. That was a terrific pickoff move by Dylan Pierce. Michael Legier out of Santa Clara, California. Attends Chico State in his free time. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Michael Legier. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Steve Robinson at first. Pierce looks over at first, comes set, comes home. That one hit to the third baseman just under the glove of the diving Josh Berman. Out into left field. De La Cruz will pick it up. So 2 2-out singles for the Yuba City Bears will bring up Colin Lawrence, the designated hitter. So now Steve Robinson at second, Michael Legier at first. Colin Lawrence, the right-handed batter, steps in for the Bears. Colin Lawrence from Springfield, Missouri. Throw over to second, no throw. Jaden Hanna not at the bag, so no one for Pierce to throw to there. Robinson scampered back, standing. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. 2 on for the Bears. Here's the pitch to Colin Lawrence. That one fouled back off the first base side. 0-1 the count. So after striking out the first 2 batters of the inning, Dylan Pierce has given up 2 consecutive singles. Here's the 0-1 to Colin Lawrence. Off speed, misses high. Count is even 1-1. Rogues on top, 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, misses high again. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Colin Lawrence. Steve Robinson at second, Michael Legier at first. Dylan Pierce comes set, looks back at second again, now comes home. Fastball, fouled out of play. And now my favorite time of the ball game, the deuces are wild to Colin Lawrence. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, 2-0 the score here in the second inning. It's about as wild as you can get. Dylan Pierce just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Pierce steps off the rubber. Robinson heads back to second base. Jaden Hanna going to go out and have a conversation with Dylan Pierce. This Rogues broadcast is also brought to you by your local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer. Hanna heads back to second. We're ready to do this again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues trying to keep the Bears off the board here. That one is outside. So the count now full to Colin Lawrence. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, the DH, Colin Lawrence. Steve Robinson at second, Michael Legier at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. The runners go. That one in the dirt. Easy take for Colin Lawrence. So the bases are now loaded for the top of the order for the Rogues, the center fielder, Creed Smith. So a little bit of trouble here for Dylan Pierce. All this coming with 2 outs in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. That all-important first strike. 0-1 the count. Welcome, Laura. Welcome all of you to this Medford Rogues broadcast. Thank you all so much for joining us. Bases are loaded here in the bottom of the second inning. The 0-1 pitch by Pierce, that one is fouled back out of play into the batting cages next to right field. So Pierce now ahead of Creed Smith, 0-2. Rogues on top, 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Steve Robinson at third. Michael Legier at second. Colin Lawrence at first. That pitch fouled back. The count remains 2-2. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 out in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Dylan Pierce trying to keep it that way. Pierce comes set, comes home. That ball fouled up back out of play. So a battle between Creed Smith and Dylan Pierce here. Big spot early in this ball game. Stephen Robinson at third, Michael Legier at first. They both singled with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and then Colin Lawrence, the DH, walked. And so we're here. 0-2 to Creed Smith with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. That one misses outside. 1-2 now to the center fielder for the Bears. Dylan Pierce will make his 27th pitch of the inning after striking out the first 2 batters. That one hit not very hard. Coming on is Conor Lowry. He will make the play in shallow center field. The Bears strand 3. Dylan Pierce gets out of the jam. We head to the top of the third inning. Rogues on top, 2-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop into one of their stores located on Ross Stanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit NoFrillsFlooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch to Alex Isola, the top of the third inning, is low. 1-0 to the catcher from Utah. That one inside. So Isola ahead 2-0. The Rogues ahead 2-0 of the Yuba City Bears. The Rogues getting 2 in the top of the second thanks to a throwing error by Josh Winkler and an RBI single by Conor Lowry. Next pitch is low, so 3-0 now to Alex Isola. The 3-0 pitch to Alex Isola. Let's see if he takes. He does. That one catches the inside part of the plate, a fastball by Danny Chavez. So 3-1 the count. That one swung on, fouled off the third base side. So the count now full to Alex Isola here in the top of the third inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the 3-2. That one swung on and missed by Alex Isola for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz scored the first run of the game for the Rogues. That was back in the second inning. Led the inning off with a single. Advanced to second on the Eric Yang walk. Stole third and then came home on a throwing error by the third baseman, Josh Winkler. First pitch swinging for De La Cruz. Hits it softly to the second baseman, Kalen Cristosto. Over to first base in time, just like that. 2 down for the Rogues in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up Eric Yang, who is the second Rogue to come home today. Eric Yang advanced to third on the throwing error by Josh Winkler and then was sent home on the RBI single by Conor Lowry. Here's the first pitch to the man from West Hills, off speed, and it hits him. Curveball looked like it just grazed Eric Yang, excuse me. He is awarded first base by the home plate umpire. It was a slow curveball, might have just nipped the jersey, but Eric Yang is aboard for the second time without swinging the bat. He walked back in the second. That'll bring up Conor Lowry. First pitch to Lowry is low, a fastball missing 1-0 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Eric Yang at first. Conor Lowry waits on the 1-0. Rogues on top, 2-0. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside, so now 2 balls and no strikes to Conor Lowry. Eric Yang takes his lead at first. Conor Lowry, the right-handed batter, waits on the 2-0. That one hit well to left field, and that is going to go to the wall. Eric Yang heading to third. Conor Lowry into second with a stand-up double. So, oh boy, look out, Great West League. Conor Lowry, 2 for 2 on the day. The sleeping beast may have been awoken. Runners on second and third here on the top of the third inning. So Josh Berman, right-handed batter, steps in. 2 runners in scoring position for the Rogues with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Rogues already on top, 2-0. Berman playing third base for the Rogues tonight. Here's the first pitch by Danny Chavez. That one misses outside. It bounces away from the catcher, but not far enough. Eric Yang will retreat back to third base.
2 down.
Josh Berman, the Medford Rogue from Medford, Oregon. Plays for Clark Community College in his free time. 5'11", 195. Waits on the 1-0. Here it is. Swung on, hit up the middle. Bouncing ball right to the shortstop, Shaq Robinson. Robinson fires over to first in time for the final out of the inning. The Rogues strand 2.
Medford 2, Care 0.
We head to the home half of the third inning. Rogues still on top, 2-0. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. The first pitch to Shaq Robinson is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one hit softly to the second baseman, Hanna. He waits for it, picks it up over to first in time for the first out of the third inning. So some big news for the Rogues in the last couple of days. They are now the number 14 ranked summer collegiate baseball program in the nation, according to collegiatesummerbaseball.com, that follows over 60 leagues around the country. Here's the first pitch to Josh Winkler, swung on and missed, strike 1. 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Nobody on for the Bears. So the Rogues, the number 14 team in the nation. Just a testament to Josh Hogan, Jeff Lau, Christian Coronado, the staff for the Medford Rogues, a testament to the work that they do with these kids. Next pitch, a called strike on the outside corner, a great pitch by Pierce. Here's the 0-2. That one called, strike 3. Josh Winkler will head back to the dugout. The 4th strikeout of the day for Dylan Pierce, diversifying 2 called strikes, 2 called strikeouts, 2 swinging strikeouts. That'll bring up TJ Dove, the right fielder, who was one of those called third strikes. He swings at the first pitch and misses, 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on for the Bears. Bottom of the third inning. Next pitch. Fastball catches the inside part of the plate. 0-2. Pierce winds, deals that one in the dirt. So 1-2 the count to TJ Dove. It really is incredible to be listed amongst truly the great summer collegiate baseball leagues in the nation. That one called strike 3 on the inside corner. 3 up, 3 down for Dylan Pierce. His 5th strikeout of the game in 3 innings. Pierce is dealing. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Rogues on top 2-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Jaden Hanna leading things off for the Rogues in the top of the 4th inning. Rogues on top 2-0. Swings at the first pitch. It's foul. 0-1 the count to Big Hanna. Next one, way outside. When I mean outside, I mean way outside. So the count is even now 1-1 to Jaden Hanna, man from Portland, Oregon. The left-handed hitting Hanna waits on the pitch from Danny Chavez. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped, held by Logan Worm. So 1-2 now to Jaden Hanna. Top of the 4th inning, no one on, no one out for the Rogues. That one just missing inside. Count even 2-2 to Jaden Hanna. Waiting on deck, the leadoff man for the Rogues, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Jaden Hanna having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Steps back into the batter's box. Here's the 2-2. That one inside and low. So the count now full to Jaden Hanna. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no one out, no one on for the Rogues in the top of the 4th inning. They lead 2-0. Got both of their runs back in the 2nd. That one outside, ball 4. Jaden Hanna earned himself a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who is already 2 for 2 in this ballgame. Clay Valenzuela-Reese in the midst of a 14-game hitting streak. 2 for 2 today, 2 singles. Jaden Hanna at first, nobody out. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Doug, I believe this is game 3 of a 4-game suspension. First pitch is low. Valenzuela-Reese steps out, looks down third base. Jeff Lyle giving the signs. Rogues very aggressive on the base paths. Let's see if they put something on here. Hanna not going. They shows bunt. The ball gets away from the catcher. Hanna didn't see it, though. Hanna does not run on the play. It was a tough look. There's some interesting shadows going on at Colusa Casino Stadium. Where the ball rolled on the left side in foul ground next to the batter's box, that's all in shade. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, the right-handed batter, I'm sure is blocking his view. That one is going to be right at the third baseman, Josh Winkler. A great play by Josh Winkler, the tall third baseman, needed all.
One down. Now hitting first baseman.
I'm going to leave you guys hanging for just a second. All 6'2" of him to make that catch. That ball was rocketed right at the third baseman, Josh Winkler. Makes the catch. The throw over to first, not in time to get Jaden Hanna. So even though it's an out, Clay Valenzuela-Reese seeing the ball very well today. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Jaden Hanna at first. Dante Gutierrez at the plate. Gutierrez walked twice in this game so far. First pitch is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Dante Gutierrez. Throw over to first, not in time. Hanna back safely. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Everyone comes back set, ready to do this. 1-0 to Dante Gutierrez. That one outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So fans at home, I believe that this is game 3 of a 4-game suspension. Hogan is with the team. Cannot travel to the ballpark. I believe he's at home listening. Here's the 2-0. That one catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now to Dante Gutierrez. The suspension stemming from the ejection in Game 3 up in Portland. No official word on the reason. Here's the 2-1. That one's low. 3-1 to Dante Gutierrez. So no official word on the reason for the suspension. What was said on the broadcast yesterday was completely hearsay. Nothing confirmed or verified from that broadcast. What is confirmed is that Josh Hogan is not at the field today. 3-1. That one is a check swing. Called strike. Jaden Hanna will get in there safely. Hanna stole second. First time today for the Rogues. It was a wide throw by the catcher Logan Worm. A great play by Shaq Robinson, the shortstop, reaching across his body to make the catch and then swipe down. It was a very close play, but Hanna is in there at second base. So runner at second, 1 out to Dante Gutierrez. That one is out. No, it's called strike 3. Holy cow, that ball was caught the outside edge of the plate. Sends down Dante Gutierrez for the second out of the inning.
Now hitting right fielder Helwig.
That'll bring up Jake Hellwig, who is still looking for his first hit of the ballgame. Jaden Hanna at second, 2 outs. Now in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch swung on and missed by the big left-hander. 0-1. And yes, April, I believe you're right. There were multiple ejections and multiple games that the Rogues coaching staff will have to serve a suspension for. That pitch outside, ball 1. So 1-1 to Jake Hellwig, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. So the suspensions will be staggered. So you'll see one coach in, one coach out. That one hits softly to the second baseman, Crisosto. Crisosto picks it up over to first in time to get Hellwig.
3 out.
Rogues strand 1 in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rogues still on top 2-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Up to bat for the Bears, Kalen Crisosto. He's ahead 2-0 in the count. That one catches the inside part of the plate, strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strikes to Kalen Crisosto. Dylan Pierce into the windup. The pitch swung on, fouled back. Evens the count. 2 apiece. Eric Yang runs out to collect the ball. It bounced off the netting and back into play. Tosses it into the over towards the Bears dugout. Kalen Crisosto, one of the 5 strikeout victims for Dylan Pierce so far in this game. Pierce into the windup. Here's the 2-2. That one's low. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Rogues on top, 2-0. That one skips in the dirt. Ball 4. So the leadoff man gets on for the Bears. That'll bring up the catcher, Logan Worm.
From Sierra College, your catcher, number 15, Logan Worm.
Logan Worm has thrown out 2 Rogues base runners today trying to steal second. That was Clay Valenzuela-Reese in the first, Conor Lowry in the second. However, Jaden Hanna would successfully steal on Logan Worm in the top of this inning. Rogues cannot cash him in, though. All runs in this ballgame coming in the 2nd inning for the Rogues. First pitch swinging, fouled back. 0-1 the count to Logan Worm. Logan Worm, another strikeout victim for the Bears. One of the 5 by Dylan Pierce today so far. Oh and 1 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kalen Crisosto at first. Next pitch swung on and missed. So Dylan Pierce quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Shadows starting to creep in here at Colusa Casino Stadium. The 0-2, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Logan Worm retired on strikes for the 2nd time today. Dylan Pierce has 6 Ks on the day. That's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Steve Robinson. Steve Robinson from Yuba City, California, plays for Lower Columbia University. Bats left, throws right, 5'10", 165. First pitch swinging, hits a very high ball, not very far. It's off the left side of the field. De La Cruz comes on, makes the grab. Just like that, 2 down.
2 down.
So a shallow pop fly out to left field for Steve Robinson is the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll bring up Michael Legier.
Michael Legier.
Legier was on the base paths for the Bears back in the 2nd inning. The last time that they threatened, they had the bases loaded with 2 out. Dylan Pierce got Creed Smith, the center fielder, to fly out to Conor Lowry. The first pitch to Legier is high, ball 1. 2 outs. Runner at first for the Bears. That's Kalen Crisosto, led the inning off with a single. Rogues on top, 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next one is high. So 2-0 to Michael Legier, the first baseman for the Bears. Legier from Santa Clara, California. 6'2", 185 right-handed batter. Running on the pitch is Crisosto. The throw is going to be in time. A great throw by Eric Yang. Punches out Kalen Crisosto. Hand caught in the cookie jar. 3 up, 3 down for the Bears. 2nd consecutive inning. Dylan Pierce has faced the minimum. we head to the the top of the 5th inning. Rogues on top 2-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
We're back on the road with the Rogues. Take the Rogues with you by following along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch to Alex Isola, the top of the 5th inning. Rogues on top 2-0 is in there for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch to Isola. That one misses low. So 1-1 the count. That ball hit well to left field. That is going to fall for a base hit, a line drive single for Alex Isola to lead off the top of the 5th inning. That's Isola's first hit of the day. And that'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz. Scored the first run of the game for the Rogues back in the 2nd inning. First pitch, De La Cruz is low and outside, ball 1. Pitch from Chavez hit sharply to the third baseman. Winkler fields it cleanly over to second in time for 1. Over to first in time to double up De La Cruz. So De La Cruz grounding into the 5-4-3 double play. Erases the Isola single. That'll bring up Eric Yang with nobody on and 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Eric Yang ended the 4th on a terrific throw down to second base to get Kalen Crisosto trying to steal second base. Here's the first pitch to Eric Yang. That one bounces into the left-handed hitting batter's box. Looks like that just slipped from Danny Chavez. 1-0 the count to Eric Yang. Eric Yang has reached base twice without swinging the bat. And he'll reach base a 3rd time without swinging the bat. He's hit by the pitch. So Eric Yang has walked and been hit by a pitch twice in this ballgame.
Now hitting from Medford, center fielder Lowry.
That'll bring up the center fielder for the Medford Rogues, Conor Lowry. Lowry had a RBI single back in the 2nd and a sharp double in the 3rd. Lowry trying to break out of a slump. That ball hit through the left side of the field for a base hit. Conor Lowry is 3-for-3. And oh boy, with how stacked this Rogues lineup is, if Conor Lowry gets going, I don't think there's a team in this league that can stop them. One of the skippers is coming out for the Bears, along with the catcher, Logan Worm. Going to go out and have a conversation with Danny Chavez. There is some action in the Bears' bullpen. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ball game, Rogues have 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. They lead 2-0. Fans, I can't tell you how many times I've had to replace a window at Harry David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon.
We're back on the road with the Rogues.
Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com. We are in the top of the 5th inning. This broadcast presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Eric Yang at second, Conor Lowry at first, Josh Berman, the batter for the Rogues. Danny Chavez still out there. Pitches a first pitch strike to Josh Berman. 0-1 the count. So the Rogues threatening again here in the 5th. There are 2 outs, however. Berman waits on the 0-1. Here it is. Missing off speed outside. Count is even 1-1. Berman waits on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. That one, fastball missing outside. 2-1 to Josh Berman. Eric Yang is at second, Conor Lowry at first. Chavez looks back at second, now comes home. That one's inside. So now 3 balls and 1 strike to Josh Berman with runners at first and second for the Rogues. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Chavez looks back at second, now comes home. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, hit well. A great diving stop by the third baseman, Josh Winkler. Fires over to first. The ball will not be caught by the first baseman, Michael Lazier. Coming home is Eric Yang. That is a terrific throw, or a terrific catch, rather, by Josh Winkler. Winkler gets a fist bump from Conor Lowry, who's over there now at third. Eric Yang comes home. I guess they'll call it a throwing error, but boy, that's tough to call on Josh Winkler. Winkler saved easily 2 runs from scoring. Could have been more. 1 run does come home. That's Eric Yang. Conor Lowry is at third. Josh Berman is at second. Went to second on the throwing error. First pitch to big Jaden Hanna, called strike at the knees. So some tough luck for the Yuba City Bears, some good fortune for the Medford Rogues. Next pitch, check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire. So Hanna in a hole, 0-2. Conor Lowry at third, Josh Berman at second. Rogues on top, 3-0. Next one, missing outside, 1-2. Runners on second and third, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. 1 already across for the Rogues in this inning. That one swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Rogues strand 2, but 1 comes across on a throwing error by Josh Winkler. Eric Yang coming home. Rogues on top, 3-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
After 4.5.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Rogues on top 3-0. Dylan Pierce, his first pitch to number 23, Michael Lazier, outside, ball 1. Dylan Pierce blanked the Rogues through 4. That ball hit well but foul off the third base side. Evens the count 1-1.
Yuba detour is talking about.
One ball, one strikes, nobody on, nobody out for the Bears here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch by Dylan Pierce misses outside. Count 2-1 to Michael Lazier. That one called strike at the knees. 2-2 the count. Here's the 2-2 from Pierce. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The 7th strikeout of the day for Dylan Pierce. That'll bring up Colin Lawrence.
Now hitting the designated hitter, number 11, Colin Lawrence.
Lawrence is one of the few batters who has yet to be struck out by Dylan Pierce so far in this one. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Next one, swung on and missed, strike 2. Dylan Pierce quickly ahead of Colin Lawrence. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Rogues on top. 3-0. Getting a little ahead of myself. Here's the 0-2 from Pierce. Swung on, tapped right in front of the plate. It's a fair ball. Yang picks it up, spins, fires it over to Gutierrez in time for the 2-3 ground out. It was a full swing, and the ball went about a foot in front of the plate. That'll turn the lineup over. Creed Smith, who singled in the first and flew out to center in the second, stepping up into the box. First pitch from Pierce is high. 1-0 the count. 2 outs, nobody on for the Bears here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Next one, that's hit sharply to the shortstop. Valenzuela Reese picks it up, makes a great play, fires it over to first. 3 up, 3 down for the Bears in the bottom of the fifth inning. Dylan Pierce is rolling 7 Ks through 5 innings. We head to the top of the sixth. Rogues on top, 3-0. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop in one of their stores located on Ross Stanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit NoFrillsFlooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Rogues on top, 3-0. New pitcher for the Bears, it's Landon Mitchell. That ball hit by Clay Valenzuela-Reese is going to fall in front of the left fielder, Steve Robinson. Clay Valenzuela-Reese has his 3rd hit of the game.
Next up for the Rogues, first baseman Gutierrez.
Exactly what you want from the leadoff guy. That'll bring up Dante Gutierrez, who is 0 for 1. He's walked twice in this ballgame. Rogues getting 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th against Danny Chavez. His final line, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Dante Gutierrez steps into the batter's box, which is now in shadow. The rest of the field is in sun. First pitch is high and outside, ball 1. So you have to figure the advantage would be to the pitcher, the right-hander Landon Mitchell. You're pitching in the sun and you throw it into the shade. Oh, actually, regardless, whether you're in the sun throwing to shade or you're in the shade throwing to sun, just that change in lighting can be difficult for the hitter. Here's the 1-0. That one hit to the second baseman. They flip it over to 1. They flip it over to first for second. What did I say there? The second baseman, Kalen Crisosto, picked up the ground ball, threw it over to Shaq Robinson, the shortstop covering second base, who threw it over to Michael Legier at first for the double play. That erases the leadoff single by Clay Valenzuela-Reese for 6-3 double play. That'll bring up Jake Hellwig. Hellwig showing bunt, bunts it foul. 0-1 the count. Hellwig surprisingly fast for his size. Helwig 6'2". And 215 weighing in. Here's the 0-1 to Helwig. That one outside. 1-1 the count to Jake Helwig. Nobody on, 2 outs. Next pitch swung on, fouled off the first base side. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Medford Rogues Baseball, live from Colusa Casino Stadium. 1-2 the count to Jake Helwig with 2 outs in the 6th, nobody on. That one bounces in the dirt, evens the count 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 to Jake Helwig. Swung on, hit foul again. Jaden France, who's playing at the first base side, he barehanded that last foul ball cleanly and caught it. This one, however, hit a little sharply. Hannah shaking his hand. Jaden France shaking his hand. That one hit up the middle through the right side of the field, rather. A sharply hit single by Jake Helwig. Jake Helwig continues to punish the right side of the field. Seems like everything that guy hits as a left-handed hitter, he pulls to the 4-hole, to the second baseman. So Hellwig is aboard. That's his first hit of the day, and that'll bring up Alex Isola, who singled back in the 4th. 2 outs, top of the 6th. First pitch to Isola, in there for a strike. 0-1. Rogues on top, 3-0 here. Game 1 between the Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Here's the 0-1 to Isola. That one hit to the shortstop, Shaq Robinson. Robinson flips it to second to get the force, and that does it for the Rogues. They strand 1. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Rogues on top, 3-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 in Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today. Rogues Baseball is also brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340.
We're back on the road with the Rogues.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the 6th inning, Rogues on top, 3-0. First pitch by Dylan Pierce outside, ball 1 to the shortstop, Shaq Robinson. 2-3-4 for the Bears in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dylan Pierce looks in, gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Shaq Robinson, who was 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in the 1st, grounded out to second in the 3rd. Walked in the 1st, grounded to second in the 3rd. That one catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now to Shaq Robinson. Here's the 2-1 windup and the pitch. That one misses low. 3 balls and 1 strikes to Shaq Robinson. Doug, I may or may not have played that commercial for you. Although I'm not playing any commercials. All of the commercials you're hearing are live. The 3-1 pitch, that one's in the dirt, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on for the Bears in the bottom of the 6th inning, rather. And that'll bring up Josh Winkler, one of the 7 strikeout victims on the Bears lineup tonight from Dylan Pierce.
Josh Winkler.
Winkler's 0 for 2 on the day, made a couple terrific plays, made a couple errors that have allowed Rogues to score some runs. First pitch by Winkler, swung on and missed, strike 1. Nobody out, bottom of the 6th inning. Shaq Robinson at first for the Bears. Here's the pitch to Josh Winkler, swung on and missed again. 0-2 the count now to the 3rd baseman Winkler. Waiting on deck, TJ Dove, who is 0 for 2. He's been struck out twice looking today. Here's the 0-2 to Josh Winkler. Swung on, fouled off the first base side and out of play.
Another foul ball sponsored by Java Detour.
This Rogues broadcast brought to you by Heroes Sandwich Shop. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero Sandwich Shop. The 0-2 swung on foul back again into the stands. Count remains 0-2, nobody out. Runner at first for the Bears. Rogues on top 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Winkler steps back into the batter's box. Here's the 0-2. That one just high, 1-2. Eric Yang gesturing out to Dylan Pierce saying that's a great pitch when you're ahead of the hitter. So now 1-2 to Josh Winkler. Shaq Robinson takes his lead at first. Dante Gutierrez holding him on. Here it is. Off speed, hit high, not very far into left center field. Coming over is Conor Lowry. He will make the grab for the first out of the inning.
Pinch hitting for the Bears, number 13 from Clark College, Brendan Nielsen.
We have a pinch hitter for the Yuba City Bears. Brendan Nielsen is at the plate, left-handed hitter for TJ Dove. So the lefty Nelson waits on the first pitch. That one is outside. Ball 1. It's interesting. TJ Dove is the 4-hitter for the Yuba City Bears. I wonder if it's just some routine rest. Next pitch fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brendan Nielsen. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rogues on top, 3-0. Nielsen pinch hitting for the 4-hitter for the Bears, TJ Dove. Running on the pitch is Robinson. The throw in second is a great throw. Did Clay Valenzuela-Reese hold on? No. The ump is saying that the ball was dropped on the tag.
In the background, you hear the Bear Express train railroad.
It was a terrific throw by Eric Yang, the catcher, to Clay Valenzuela-Reese covering the bag at second. The field ump ruling that the runner, Shaq Robinson, is safe. He ruled that Clay Valenzuela-Reese dropped that ball. Now, from up here, I couldn't see if Clay Valenzuela-Reese dropped that ball. There was a lot of dirt that was kicked up. Going to have to defer to the ump here. He's a lot closer than I am. Next pitch, outside to Brendan Nielsen. So now a runner at second and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th for the Bears. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brendan Nielsen. That one fouled back and out of play. Evens the count, 2-2.
Ball sponsored by Not Just a T-shirt.
Shaq Robinson takes his lead from second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Rogues on top, 3-0. Dylan Pierce steps on the rubber. Brendan Nelson at the plate, pinch hitting for TJ Dove. Pierce looks back at second, looks back again, now comes home. That one swung a hit softly to the first baseman. Gutierrez will flip over to Dylan Pierce in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Advancing to third is Shaq Robinson. The Brendan Nelson moves the runner over. That'll bring up Kalen Crisosto, who was struck out in the 2nd inning, walked in the 4th, and then was thrown out by Eric Yang, trying to steal second. Here's the first pitch from Dylan Pierce. That one in there for a strike. 0-1. So the first potential run of the game, just 90 feet from home for the Bears. Dylan Pierce trying to keep the Bears off the board with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Next one is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kalen Crisosto. Here's the 1-1. Swung on that one's hit well to left field. Jayla Cruz is turning his head, and that is going to be over off the wall. Coming home for the first run of the game is Shaq Robinson. So that stolen base, huge. It is a stand-up double for Kalen Crisosto off the left field wall. Shaq Robinson was limping as he came around home. May have injured himself on that slide in at second base. So the RBI double by Colin Chrysosto ends the shutout by Dylan Pierce. First one is high to the catcher Logan Worm, who has struck out twice today. That ball hit well to right field, but it'll be foul into the batting cages. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Logan Worm. Runner at second. That's Colin Chrysosto, who doubled in the first run of the day for the Bears. Shaq Robinson coming home. Dylan Pierce looks back at second, now comes home. Swung on and missed. It was a check swing, but he went around. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on second. Dylan Pierce trying to get out of the 6 with just 1 across. Pierce will step off the rubber. Now steps back on. Here's the 1-2 to Logan Worm. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second. In a 2-run game, Rogues on top 3-1. Next one misses just inside. Count is now full 3-2. So now the entire left side of the infield is in shadow except for Dylan Pierce's upper half from the belt up. The 3-2 is high, ball 4. So the tying runs are on board for the Yuba City Bears.
Now hitting from Lower Columbia College, your left fielder, number 12.
Looks like a little bit of action in the Rogues bullpen.
Robinson.
I believe that that's Scotty Wright out there warming up for the Rogues.
Timeout.
Eric Yang going to go out and have a conversation with Dylan Pierce, Christian Coronado coming out as well. We're going to take a break. Rogues lead 3-1, bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back right after this. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford, right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. We are still in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners on first and second for the Bears. Rogues on top 3-1. Dylan Pierce staying in the game. Christian Coronado going to give his righty a chance to finish this one out. Colin Chrysosto at second, Logan Worm at first. Dylan Pierce looks back. The first pitch to Steve Robinson, the left-handed hitter, is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one in the dirt. So 2 easy takes for Steven Robinson. Dylan Pierce behind in the count 2-0. 2 outs, 2 on for the Bears in a 2-run ball game. Rogues lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one hit softly to right field. Jake Hellwig is coming on. He will not make the catch. It will drop. There's a play at the plate. It will not be in time. Advancing on the throw is second, and now they have Logan Worm caught in a pickle. He will be tagged out for the final out of the inning.
The third out of third.
The run comes home, however. A bloop single into right field. Scores Colin Chrysosto. That will do it in the bottom of the 6th inning. So on the throw home, Steven Robinson went to second. Logan Worm, who was at second base, didn't realize it until Robinson was a step in front of the bag. So Logan took off for third, but he was caught dead to rights. He was tagged out by Eric Yang for the final out of the inning. 2 come across in the bottom of the 6th for the Bears. We head to the 7th. Rogues on top 3-2 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop in one of their stores located on Ross Anley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit nofrillsflooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. We are in the top of the 7th inning here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Medford Rogues baseball live on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Leading things off is Johnny De La Cruz. Looks at a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the windup by the righty Landon Mitchell. De La Cruz fouls it back. 0-2 to the left fielder, Johnny De La Cruz. That one hit foul off the third base side. Here's the 0-2 to Johnny De La Cruz. Off speed that misses low, drops out of the zone. Great take by Johnny De La Cruz laying off that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out here, top of the 7th. Rogues on top 3-2 over the Yuba City Bears. That one fouled back out of play off the third base side. We'll do this again. Johnny De La Cruz from Houston, Texas. Plays for the University of Louisiana Monroe. 5'11", 180 right-hander. Waits on the 1-2 pitch. That one hit high to left center field. Very shallow. Coming on a trio of Bears, it'll be the shortstop, Shaq Robinson. Will make the grab for the first out of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Eric Yang. Eric Yang does not have an at-bat recorded in this ballgame. He walked in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and then was hit again by a pitch in the 5th. So Eric Yang going to try to hit the ball with his bat instead of his body this time up. 1 out, nobody on here on the top of the 7th. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Three runs on 11 hits for the Rogues, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. Next one is high, 2 balls and no strikes. So the Rogues have been getting the hits. They just haven't been able to plate the runs when they needed it. Most of the runs for the Rogues coming thanks to errors. Next one is high, so 3 balls and no strikes to Eric Yang, who is in danger of walking for the 4th straight time. Here's the 3-0. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. Yang taking all the way. 3-1 the count. Logan Mitchell into the windup and the pitch. Landon Mitchell, rather. That one inside. It almost hit him. It's going to be called a ball. So Eric Yang, 0 for 0, reached base 4 times today. 1 out walk for the Rogues will bring up Conor Lowry. Him and Clay Valenzuela-Reese both have 3 hits in this ball game. Conor Lowry had an RBI single back in the 2nd, a sharp double in the 3rd, and a single in the 5th. Here's the first pitch to Lowry with 1 out in the 7th. Mitchell comes home. That one catches the inside part of the plate. Lowry doesn't agree with it. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 to Lowry. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, but the ball gets by Logan Worm. Lowry did not touch that ball. It was a looping off-speed pitch. Fooled Lowry, fooled Logan Worm, the catcher. Eric Yang advances to second on the passed ball. So now a runner at second for the Rogues with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Landon Mitchell. Another off-speed, softly hit off the third base side that rolls foul. Great job by Conor Lowry staying alive. Another tough off-speed pitch. This Rogues broadcast brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. And it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue Place at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com. Here's the 0-2 to Conor Lowry with Eric Yang at second. 1 out, and that is going to be a I don't know what that was. Landon Mitchell went into the windup. He stopped. I don't know how that isn't a balk. I don't know if timeout was called. That ball in the dirt. Eric Yang heads off to third. He advances. So what I think should have been a balk, because Landon Mitchell went into the windup and then just, I don't know if he slipped or what, but nothing was called. The next pitch in the dirt got away from Logan Worm. Eric Yang takes his free base regardless. So now a run just 90 feet from home for the Rogues with 1 out. Conor Lowry waves at an off-speed pitch for strike 3. That'll bring up Josh Berman. Berman had a single back in the 5th inning. Eric Yang at third. Yang walked, advanced to second on a passed ball, advanced to third on a wild pitch. Again, I don't know how that one pitch from Landon Mitchell wasn't called a balk. I don't have the sharpest eye for a balk, but that seemed like as clear a balk as I've ever seen. Here's the first pitch. That one bounces away from the catcher. It's in the dirt. Eric Yang comes home. He will score. Eric Yang comes home without a Rogue hitting the ball. My goodness. Eric Yang with the unassisted home run, I guess. Walked, went to second on a pass ball, went to third on a wild pitch, comes home on a wild pitch. 4-2, your Rogues on top now here in the top of the 7th. The 1-0 to Josh Berman is low. 2 balls and no strikes. A very interesting play, a gift run for the Rogues. That one swung on and missed. Strike 1. It's possible that there was no balk because the batter, Conor Lowry, had called time. That would explain it. Here's the 2-1 to Berman. That one's low in the dirt. 3-1 now to Josh Berman, the third baseman for the Rogues. Rogues on top. 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. Landon Mitchell into the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit softly to the third baseman. Winkler will field it over to third in time for the final out. One comes across, however. The free run given up by the Bears. Eric Yang walks, advances to second on a pass ball, advances to third on a wild pitch, and it comes home on a wild pitch. Rogues on top, 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the seventh. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere, with plenty to offer including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. This Rogues broadcast is also brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family side of the dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Mortons with 2 R's. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Your Rogues on top 4-2. On in relief of Dylan Pierce, Scotty Wright. Dylan Pierce, his final line, 6 innings, pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts.
The bottom of the 7th is the last call for home plate grill VIP service in the green seats.
That pitch to Michael Legier is fouled back. 0-2 the count to the first baseman, Michael Legier. Right comes set. That one's outside. So 1-2 the count to Michael Legier. That one hit softly to the third baseman. It's Bryce Tilton, who is now on in defensive replacement for Josh Berman. Makes the play over there at third base for the first out of the inning. So it looks like just a defensive replacement. Bryce Tilton coming on for Josh Berman, taking over at third base. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Rogues on top, 4-2. First pitch swinging by Colin Lawrence, chopped right at Dante Gutierrez. Steps on the bag. Just like that, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Creed Smith. Smith is 1 for 3 on the day.
Sac City College, your center fielder, number 4, Creed Smith.
First one is outside, ball 1. Next one swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1.
Gold Sox 3. Gold Sox win series 2-1.
That one hit high and not very far out into right field. A trio of Rogues coming on. It'll be Dante Gutierrez who makes the play. 3 up, 3 down for Scotty Wright and the Rogues in the 7th inning. We head to the 8th. Your Rogues are on top 4-2 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
We're back on the road with the Rogues.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 8th inning, Rogues on top 4-2 over the Yuba City Bears. Jaden Hanna leading things off for the Rogues. Looks at a first pitch strike. Landon Mitchell still out there for the Bears. 0-1 the count to Jaden Hanna. Off-speed pitch misses, evens the count 1-1. Here's the windup and the 1-1. That one misses low, ball 2. Rogues getting 2 in the second, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 7th. Yuba getting both of theirs in the bottom of the 6th. That one's high. 3-1 the count to Jaden Hanna. Big Jaden. Doug, I'm just checking the live chat. I'm not sure when you posted that. I think that you posted that after Eric Yang came home. That one is outside. Jaden Hanna has himself a leadoff walk, and like Jaden Hanna does, he sprints down the line to take his base. So that'll bring up one of the 2 hottest hitters for the Rogues right now, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. In the midst of a 14-game hitting streak, he is 3 for 4 today. All right, Doug, I'll give you credit for it. Maybe you did call it before Eric Yang came home back in the 7th inning. Valenzuela-Reese shows bunt, pulls back. It's outside. 1-0 the count. Landon Mitchell checks on Hanna at first. Now comes home. That one's inside. So 2 balls, no strikes to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Top of the 8th inning. Nobody out. Jaden Hanna on at first. Rogues lead 4-2. That one hit sharply foul off the third base side. So 2-1 now the count to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The man from Oregon City, Oregon. Hanna takes his lead at first. Valenzuela-Reese waits on the 2-1. Here it is. That one is hit high and foul off the first base side into the bullpen / Rogues dugout area. The field now completely engulfed in shadows, save for one sliver. It extends about where the second baseman is playing, out diagonally directly to dead center. So the second baseman and the center fielder for the Bears in sun, everyone else in the shade. The 2-2, that one is hit softly up the middle for a base hit. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, 4 for 5 on the day. That'll send Jaden Hanna to second. Rogues have 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now hitting the first baseman, number 20.
That'll bring up El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez, 0 for 2 on the day, walked twice, once in the first, once in the second. Jaden Hanna at second, Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. Gutierrez showing bunt, pulls it back, it's a ball. 1-0 the count. Just a 2-run ball game, despite the fact that the Rogues have 11 hits in this ball game. Gets the bunt down, but it rolls foul. Runners will have to head back to their base. So Hanna will head back to second. Valenzuela-Reese will head back to first. 1-1 the count to Dante Gutierrez, trying to get the runners over. Landon Mitchell looks back at second, now comes home. That one in there for a strike. Dante Gutierrez did not show bunt on that pitch. He's behind 1-2. So we'll see if Jeff Lyle asks him to lay down the 2-strike bunt or if he'll give Dante Gutierrez a chance to hit. Jaden Hanna at second. Valenzuela-Reese at first. He swings. That one is
1 out.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The ball is dropped, but because of the runner at first, it is an automatic strikeout. So Gutierrez heads back to the dugout, and that'll bring up Jake Helwig.
Now hitting right field.
Helwig had a single to guess where, the right side of the field, back in the 5th inning. In the 6th, rather. The 3-hitter for the Rogues waits on the first pitch with 1 out and 2 on here in the top of the 8th. That one bounces in the dirt. The runners are going to take off, and they are going to get in safely. Another wild pitch gives the Rogues 2 more free bases. Jaden Hanna now at 3rd. Clay Valenzuela-Reese now at 2nd. Next one from Landon Mitchell is low. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Rogues here in the top of the 8th. Next one's high, 3-0.
1 out.
Waiting on deck, Alex Isola. Landon Mitchell is 1 ball away from loading them. Here it is. That one misses outside. Ball 4.
Bases loaded.
Jake Hellwig will take his free base, and now with the bases loaded, Alex Isola will come out onto the batter's box. The catcher, Logan Worm, going to go out and have a conversation with his righty, Landon Mitchell. The skipper's coming out for the Bears, and I think that might do it for Landon Mitchell. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ballgame. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Rogues in the top of the 8th. They lead 4-2. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Top of the 8th inning, bases loaded for Alex Isola. He looks at a first pitch ball from the new pitcher for the Bears, right-hander Dalton Bishop out of Colorado Springs, California. Here's the 1-0. Alex Isola hits that one high and foul off behind the press box. Evens the count 1-1. Jaden Hanna at 3rd. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at 2nd. Jake Hellwig at first. 2 walks and a single have loaded the bases for the Rogues here in the top of the 8th. Next one, that one's hit high, not very far into right field. The first baseman, Legier, comes on, makes the grab. So an unproductive out for the Rogues with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Now 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz. Bases still juiced. De La Cruz has a single back in the 2nd and scored the first run of the game for the Rogues on a throwing error by third baseman Josh Winkler of the Bears. First pitch, fastball, catches the inside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Dalton Mitchell likes to work fast. Here's the 0-1. That one high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Johnny De La Cruz with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th in a 2-run ball game. That one in the dirt, blocked nicely by Logan Worm. De La Cruz holds his hand out down the third base side, telling Jaden Hanna, don't go anywhere. 2-1 the count to Johnny De La Cruz. That one fouled out of play off the first base side. So the Rogues have been getting hits in this game. They have 12 so far. However, only 4 runs have come across, and most of them have been due to throwing errors. Chance for the Rogues to bust this one open. That one's hit high. Another infield pop-up. Shaq Robinson, the shortstop, comes under it, makes the catch, and that is the end of the inning. The Rogues leave the bases loaded in the top of the 8th. Still on top, 4-2 over the Yuba City Bears. We head to the home half of the 8th. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Back on the road with the Rogues. Take the Rogues with you by following along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Scotty Wright still out there in relief for Dylan Pierce. Throws a first pitch strike to the shortstop, Shaq Robinson. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-2, Rogues on top over the Yuba City Bears. Game 1 of a 2-game series between your Rogues and the Bears here at Colusa Casino Stadium in Marysville, California. Another pitch, a great curveball that drops in the zone. 0-2 to Shaq Robinson. Robinson had turned almost all the way around thinking that ball would hit him, and it drops in the zone. Terrific movement by Scotty Wright. That one hit well, and that's going to be a fair ball down the third baseline, just out of reach of the diving third baseman, Bryce Tilton. It's a stand-up double for Shaq Robinson. Tough luck. I mean, maybe half an inch. That ball just barely got by. Bryce Tilton made a great effort at third down the line, but gets by Tilton, lands in fair ground. A stand-up double for Shaq Robinson to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Bears. That'll bring up Josh Winkler, the third baseman. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. It's just a 2-run ball game. Shaq Robinson at second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back out of play. Scotty Wright quickly ahead of Josh Winkler, 0-2. Scotty Wright, Eric Yang having a conversation. Everyone's back set. 0-2 the count to Josh Winkler with Shaq Robinson at second. The pitch. Swung on, hit to the second baseman. Hanna makes a great play ranging to his right. Fires over to first in time to get Josh Winkler. Shaq Robinson does advance to third on the play. Eric Yang and Scotty Wright having another conversation. Brendan Nelson, who pinch hit for TJ Dove back in the 6th inning, stepping into the batter's box. First pitch, just outside to Brendan Nelson. 1 ball, no strikes. Shaq Robinson at third, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Rogues on top, 4-2. That pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Next one, called a strike at the knees. Terrific location by Scotty Wright out of Vero Beach, Florida. 6'2" right-hander comes set. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on, just got a piece of it, did Brendan Nelson to stay alive. Count stays at 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Runner on third for the Bears. Rogues on top, 4-2. That pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Eric Yang, kept the ball in front. Evens the count, 2-2. Scotty Wright comes home. That one inside, blocked nicely again by Eric Yang. So the count now full to Brendan Nelson. Waiting on deck, Colin Crisosto, who had an RBI double and a run scored back in the 6th. He's responsible for both Bears runs so far. Here's the 3-2 from Scotty Wright. Fastball just missing low. So the walk to Brendan Nelson will put runners on the corners for the Bears, excuse me. And that'll bring up Colin Crisosto, the second baseman. Eric Yang and Scotty Wright going to go out and have a quick chat. No action in the Rogues bullpen thus far. Now, obviously, you don't want to walk somebody in this situation, but with 1 out in the inning, the double play is now in effect. Scotty Wright is 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning, and I'm sure that's exactly what Eric Yang went to say to the right-hander. Scotty Wright comes out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit very high, not very far. Conor Lowry's going to come on. We'll see if it's deep enough. They're going to wave him home. Here's the throw. It's a good one, but the tag is not in time. Shaq Robinson a half step ahead of the throw. A great throw, great location by Conor Lowry, but Shaq Robinson has some serious wheels playing shortstop for the Bears. The sacrifice is successful. 4-3 the score now. So Kalen Chrysostom responsible for all 3 Bears runs today. Drove in 2, scored 1 himself. With 2 outs, the first pitch to Logan Worm is inside, ball 1. Brendan Nelson still at first. Rogues on top, 4-3 now in the bottom of the 8th. Next one inside. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Still no action in the Rogues' pen. The 2-0 swung on, foul back. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the catcher Logan Worm, who is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out swinging in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th, walked and was caught stealing in the 6th. 2-1, 2 out, runner on first here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch, that one, strike at the knees. Evens the count, 2-2. That one is in the dirt, running on the throw. The throw is going to be in time to get him. Eric Yang makes a great stop at the plate on a ball in the dirt. Running was Brendan Nelson. Eric Yang throws him out at second the 2nd time. Eric Yang has cut down a Bears runner today. 1 run does come across for the Bears, however. The score is now 4-3, your Rogues on top. We head to the 9th inning. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the 9th inning in a 1-run ball game. Rogues on top, 4-3. Leading things off for the Rogues in the 9th, Eric Yang. Dalton Mitchell still on the mound for the Rogues. That ball hit sharply to the third baseman, Josh Winkler, not going to have a play. The ball hit off Winkler's glove, but he spun around, could not make the play. And Eric Yang, who has reached every time he's gone up to the plate, finally has a hit in this ballgame. An infield single awarded to Eric Yang will bring up Conor Lowry, who is 3 for 4 on the day with a RBI and a double. Rogues would love to have some insurance runs here. First pitch, outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 with nobody out in the top of the ninth. Lowry lays down a bunt, but it hits him as he runs out of the batter's box. Going to be called a foul ball. Tough luck for Conor Lowry. Looked like that would be a good bunt. Eric Yang was off and running on the pitch. We'll step back in. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Eric Yang at first. Top of the ninth inning. Rogues on top, 4-3. That one a called strike. So the count now 1-2 to Conor Lowry. Eric Yang takes his lead at first base. Conor Lowry waits on the 1-2. That one hit up through the right side of the field for a base hit. Conor Lowry does it again. Conor Lowry with his 4th hit of the day. He's 4 for 5. Rogues have runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth inning. So 4 hit games by Conor Lowry and Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Huge for the Medford Rogues. Funny enough, Clay Valenzuela-Reese leading off for the Rogues, 4 for 5 in this game, does not have a run scored or an RBI in this game. That's baseball for you. Bryce Tilton comes in for the second time tonight. He took over for Josh Berman at third base back in the 7th. Tilton shows bunt. It's a good one. The catcher picks it up. The throw over to first just in time to get Tilton. The runners do advance. So a great sacrifice bunt laid down by Bryce Tilton sends Alec Yang to third, Conor Lowry to second, and only 1 out. Here in the 9th. That'll bring up Jaden Hanna. Hanna making his return to the lineup after serving a 2-game suspension, again stemming back from that last game in Portland. And again, anything that may have been said or that you may have heard is unofficial and hearsay. There is still no official word on the suspension. First pitch to Hanna in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Eric Yang at third, Conor Lowry at second. Huge spot for Jaden Hanna and the Rogues to tack on some insurance runs here in the 9th. The pitch. Called strike at the knees. 0-2 now to Jaden Hanna. Here's the 0-2 to Jaden Hanna. That one hit well to center field. Going back is Creed Smith. That should be deep enough to score Eric Yang. It is. The throw is to third. Eric Yang comes home on the RBI sac fly by big Jaden Hanna. A huge run for the Rogues. They are now lead 5-3. Eric Yang scoring for the 2nd time today. This time on the sac fly by big Jaden Hanna. This Rogues broadcast brought to you by your local Rogue Valley, Fred Meyer. With 2 outs, the pitch to Clay Valenzuela-Reese is low, ball 1. Conor Lowry still out there at second for the Rogues. 5-3 here in the top of the 9th inning. That one in the dirt. So 2 balls and no strikes to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. 4 for 5 on the day, 4 singles. No runs, no RBI. That one in the dirt gets away from Logan Worm. Conor Lowry will advance to third on the play. So another runner just 90 feet from home for the Medford Rogues. And if Conor Lowry can get home on something by Clay Valenzuela-Reese here, that would put the Rogues up 3 and significantly increase their odds of winning this ball game. 3-0 to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. That one way inside, ball 4. Valenzuela reaches for the 5th time today.
Now hitting the first baseman, Gutierrez.
That'll bring up the first baseman for the Rogues, who is 0 for 3 on the day with 2 walks, Dante Gutierrez.
92 degrees.
Runners at the corners for the Rogues in a 2-run ball game here in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. First pitch to the lefty Gutierrez catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. That one in the dirt, running on the plays, Valenzuela-Reese. He will get in there without a throw with Conor Lowry eyeing the catcher Logan Worm there at third base. Lowry was ready to come home. Should a throw be made over to second. Valenzuela-Reese in there. Not sure if they'll call that a stolen base or defensive indifference, but 2 runners in scoring positions now for the Rogues. That ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Shaq Robinson makes a great short hop play to get Dante Gutierrez at first base. However, an insurance run comes home for the Medford Rogues on the RBI sac fly by Jaden Hanna, scoring Eric Yang for the 3rd time today. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Rogues on top 5-3 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogue Nation to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Your Rogues on top 5-3 over the Yuba City Bears. On in relief of Scotty Wright, Connor Konishi. The first pitch from Konishi is high, ball 1 to the catcher Logan Worm. Worm actually was up to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning, but Brendan Nelson was caught stealing by Eric Yang for the final out. That one inside, 2 balls and no strikes to Logan Worm. Connor Konishi from La Mesa, California, will attend San Jose State next year. That one fouled back and out of play. 2-1 the count to Logan Worm. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rogues on top, 5-3. Connor Konishi will step off the mound, take a deep breath, comes home with the 2-1. Fastball catches the inside part of the plate. Great location by Konishi. Evens the count, 2-2. That one swung on, hit to center field. Conor Lowry coming on. He will make the catch on a dead run in right center field, rather. Conor Lowry coming to his left to make that play. Terrific catch by the center fielder, making it look routine. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Steve Robinson, who had an RBI single back in the 6th. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Konishi's going to go out, going to call Eric Yang out to the mound. So they'll have a conversation about what they want to do with Steven Robinson on deck. Michael Legier. Very quick conversation. Eric Yang is back. The left-handed hitting Steve Robinson steps into the batter's box. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 9th inning. 5-3, your Rogues on top. Here's the pitch from Connor Konishi. That one catches the outside part of the plate. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 by Konishi. That one misses outside. 1-1 the count to Steve Robinson. Konishi comes set at the hip. Here's the 1-1 to Steven Robinson. That one hit well to right field. Jake Hellwig going to make the catch, though. 4 steps away from his position there in right field. 2 flyouts here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Rogues just 1 out away from taking game 1 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Konishi comes set. Michael Legier is the hitter. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the home plate umpire. 0-1 the count.
Medford versus Yuba City at 7:05 p.m.
Here's the 0-1 by Konishi. That one hit sharply to the shortstop. Valenzuela-Reese makes the play over to first, but the throw draws Dante Gutierrez off the bag. We'll see if I think that might go as an error on Clay Valenzuela-Reese. No word yet.
Colin Lawrence.
It would have been a close play at first place. Michael Legier was sprinting down the line. I think they're going to give Legier the hit there. So, a 2-out single for Michael Legier and the tying run. Colin Lawrence now at the plate for the Bears. Here's the pitch from Konishi. That one inside. Showing bunt was Lawrence, but pulled back. 1-0 the count. Next one showing bunt. Missed it. 1-1 the count. Interesting that Lawrence is showing bunt here with 2 outs, but the Rogues will take it. 1-1 the count to Colin Lawrence. Michael Legier at first. Swinging and missing is Colin Lawrence. So now the Rogues just 1 strike away from taking game 1 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Colin Lawrence slams his bat down on the ground. The Rogues come out and take game 1 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. 5-3, your final. Final lines for the Medford Rogues. 4 runs, 5 runs on 14 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. Looks like they will give Valenzuela-Reese, that error there on that last play in the 9th. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Yuba City Bears. Again, your Rogues win Game 1 here against the Yuba City Bears, 5-3. 14 hits for your Rogues in this ballgame. We are back, same channel, 1 hour later, 7:05 p.m., the first pitch tomorrow, right here on MedfordRogues.com. For the entire Rogues staff, I'm Jonathan Kerman. Thank you all so much for joining us. Again, your final score, Rogues 5, Bears 3. We'll see you tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch, 6:55 p.m. pregame show, right here on MedfordRogues.com. All presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.